Welcome to MB Tool Reviews. Today on the channel we're taking a look at this. This is the new Evolution G2 rails. This is a 700mm rail from their ST-1400 set. This is the second generation set of rails that Evolution have made. The ST-1400 gives you two 700mm rails, or the ST-2800 gives you two 1400mm totaling 2800, hence the names. These are the G2 version, the G1 version, or the ST version without the G2. I will compare this with that later on in the video, but that was the original one. This one has been significantly upgraded. It has a variety of different features, and it just is a better rail in my opinion. But you can make up your own mind as we go along. So with the kit, you get, as I said, two 700mm rails. You get two of these joining bars. This is one joining bar here. This red line here is just halfway between, and I will explain how this joining bar works, which is significantly better than anything I've seen on the market so far. You also get two of these guide rail clamps. I personally don't use them because they take too long. I have the ones that I got from AliExpress, I think it was, two of these, but I'll also explain the flaw with these and this rail because they don't work perfectly together. You also get an Allen key with an Allen key holder, and I keep it in there all the time because otherwise I'll lose it in my bag or just drop it somewhere. And you get a rail stop. For those of you who don't know what a rail stop does, you can put that anywhere in the track, and as your saw comes along it will stop at that point, giving you repeatable cuts, exactly the same location. You can stop over and over again. It also stops your saw from sliding off the end of the rail, potentially dropping it on the floor like I did. So that just unscrews with the thumb turn screw. Don't unscrew it too much or it'll fall off. Then it just slides on to the edge of the track. It's a bit more fiddly now that I've dropped it off the end. Once you get it on, lock it down. There you go. Your saw cannot go past that point. That's that. Comes off nice and easy. So that's enough of that. In the original case and set, you would get the two rail clamps. You would also get two joining bars, but not these joining bars, different ones, more like the Makita or Festool ones. And that's why I want to show you this. This is what this kit is so good at, good for, and personally the reason why I bought this kit. So let's take a quick look. So with the two rails here, all you have to do is take your Allen key, and rather than unscrewing a grub screw like normally, these, I'm going to zoom in now. These screws have like a cam that turns halfway, and basically once you've turned the cams all the same direction, you can either lock them off or you can leave them in the straight position to move them along. So once they're all in the same position, apologies, I can't quite see what I'm doing on camera here because I'm trying to look at the rail. There you go, you can hear that one cracking because I tightened it up nice and tight. But that's it, you just do that. Get it to halfway, like so. I'm going to zoom back out now that you've seen what I've done. I'll zoom out a little bit. So you get the rail to the halfway position like so. Tighten it down. Give it a good turn. It's just one turn. Same again there, one turn. This takes a lot less time than I'm actually showing you on camera. I'm just doing it slower so that you can see. So you do a turn like that, you'll see it locks into position. Obviously my Allen key is locked in there in a second, but the cams turn and lock into position. Then they just push the bar apart a little bit so that it locks it in, and that now won't move anywhere. Then you can just butt it up against the other rail. There you go, it's in. Obviously there's another one that goes underneath. This is a demonstration, so I won't bother showing you that one. There you go. And just like that, it's locked in together. Now obviously you put the other one underneath and that's it. It's locked in position. It's nice and stable. Make sure it's nice and square. You know, butted up against each other nice and tight. Not like I've done, just rush it. But it doesn't take very long, and you don't have to fiddle about with all those grub screws like normal. I mean, yes, you still need an Allen key, but you don't need to keep unscrewing grub screws and tightening them down and loosening them. It's just a half turn, and then the rail comes back off again. And it's not, you know, too difficult to get off. This one I probably just need to just move it ever so slightly the right direction, and it'll just slide off. You have to get used to it. Obviously, as I said, these parts move. I'm going to show you without the rail in the way, just so you can see. So this bit here has a wide part there. You can see how wide it extends over the lip of the joining bar, which means when it's inside, inside of the rail here, it's going to get stuck because it's too wide to come out. And then you just turn it narrow like that, and it will slide backwards and forwards nice and easily. Apologies, I don't have the biggest setup here, so I can't, you know, show you the whole track all at once. As you can see, this track here, you see the ends here, they are a bit better than the previous ones. We've got the clamp here. I'm going to zoom out a bit more. So these are my clamps from AliExpress, I think it was. Now, they do fit in this rail, but they get stuck there because these are a bit thick at this point. So they go in about that far, which is okay. That does me for most jobs, so I'll probably have to grind these down at some point. Just grind this back bit off or whatever, but they work with them. That's the main thing. Now, these ones, first thing you can see, difference, is that this is covered. So this is covered on that one, so go to G2, G1. This bit's covered, that's fine, this is exactly the same. However, this bit on the G2 is now uncovered, meaning you can now use the rail stop, accessories, etc. And your joining bars don't both go underneath. One goes on the top, one goes underneath. It means that if you're not too fussed about your cut, you can just slide the joining bar at the top, do the top one, and not worry about the bottom one, which I sometimes do. Depends on how accurate the cut needs to be. Now, when you look at the ends are not drastically different. Again, sorry for the camera angles here. Trying to get these two in, but it is just this piece here changes things, how the rail works. And of course these ones have these horrid grub screw type connectors that all of the other track saws do have as well, which I'm not a fan of. Anyway, so just very quickly, have a quick look and see. I think from memory, do these fit? So this one also, same thing, this fits up to there. But you can get different, but it is very stiff in there. It's a struggle. It's not like the G2, it's actually just not as nice to use. It's one of the reasons why I stopped using them. They're so tight, getting the bars out. They're not great. They're just not a great rail. I'll look at the rail square working with this one. Oh, there we go. The rail square works immediately with this one, just like that. The G1 does not have that. You cannot put the rail square on the G1. This is the G2, works perfectly. Let's have a quick look at the G1 again. Okay, I can put the rail square on, but I can't lock it down. Useless. So that is a slight issue that I have, is that you couldn't lock the rail square down. Yes, you can still probably use it, but then you've got a lot of play in there, and the whole point of this clamp is to take that out. Okay, so we're back now with the G2. Let's have a quick look at the prices and do a comparison. So Evolution G2 ST-1400, that's two 700mm rails plus all the kit. That is £67 on Amazon. You can get it cheaper. Have a look around different places, you can get it cheaper. I got this cheaper. I think I paid under £60 for it on sale. I have forgotten now because it's been a few months. I wanted to review it first and check it out and just see how good it was before I actually did a video. So you've also got the ST-1400 G2, that's £87 on Amazon. It's not a bad set. I just didn't want big rails. I've got big rails, I've got the Makita big rails, but I wanted the small rails, transportable, fast, do small cuts, etc. And you can turn it into a 1400 and cut half a sheet. So very useful. The G1 is £52 for the smaller rails at Toolstation, £59 on Amazon, and £80 for the bigger rails. So buy the big rails, you might as well spend £7 extra, get the G2 instead of the G1. Obviously, if you're buying the smaller rails, you could save yourself £15 with the G1 rather than G2. Personally, I'd rather spend the £15 or wait for it to go on sale and buy this one all day long, just for the fact that you have accessories that you can put in the top rail and the joining bars. So yeah, thank you very much for watching today's video. As always, if you have any questions, please leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you. Please don't forget to give this video a like and please remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.